Dogs not so much. But mostly I like other people's cats. That's what I've learned. Dogs can give unconditional love, but cats are very human-like sometimes and can be very relatable. It tells you to vote for a game to tell me what to play. It's true. It's true. But then I may or may not ignore what you say. What is this act layout, by the way? We've got Slime Boss at the end of Act 1. That's always a challenge for the Silence. Probably going to take a 250 gold start, especially since there is at least one early store available. There's even a sneaky don't fight an elite route. I like that. And the potential for 2 stores. Could take a 1 hit point elite, potentially, using Meow's Lament here. Getting one of these 2 elites for free. Particularly getting this one for free allows access to a pretty good overall path. But I'm going to take the money. I like money. I like to be a rich man. 2 events before the shop, 1 event before the shop. I want the events after the combats. Just in case there's like a take money, get a curse kind of event. Stravius asks, is free elite the best usually if you can take it? I would say free elite is a pretty good reward. If your choice is max HP plus 7 or Niao's Lament, and you can get a free elite, then always go for the free elite. However, against other starting options, there still might be better. Rare relics, 250 gold, or card remove or transform starts can all be a lot better in the long run than winning 1 elite fight for free. So there's always something to consider when it comes to which starting bonus you're taking. Should make a starting bonus tier list one of these days. I think that'd be a good one. But I don't think it's always the best option, 1 free elite. Especially if you can't get a bunch of combats after that 1 free elite, you may end up short on card rewards in your act, and that could be pretty detrimental. Trella says, how do I deal with P-Box? It usually tends to mess up my deck. It will definitely change what your deck is doing, that's for sure. With P-Box, you kind of have to embrace what you're given. In any given Pandora's box, you tend to have an imbalance of something. Whether it's too much offense, too much defense, too many powers, something like that. With Pandora's box, the most difficult thing becomes identifying which cards are now part of the deck's core strategy and which cards are extraneous. With Pandora's box, I find that you typically need a couple of removals and a couple of upgrades before it starts to feel comfortable. You also may need to add a few cards from card rewards. For example, if Pandora's box gives you no block cards, look at this as an opportunity to add new block cards that are better than the defense that you used to have. So you can get Shrug-it-offs on Ironclad and True Grits, or leaps and charge batteries on Defect, or what have you. Different block strategies for different characters. And the same is also true for the different things your deck might need. So if you get only block cards, then look at that as your deck being now in need of new sources of damage that are better than the ones you used to have. And look at that as a need to upgrade the damage sources that you did get. Labana asks, is it possible to get 2 identical nodes in a row? Yes. It's difficult for this to happen. So, as you know, you can't get the same combat twice in a row. You actually can't get the same combat within 3 fights, I think. Or within the next 2 fights. So once you're in the hard pool, for example, if you fight the 4 gremlins encounter, then your next 2 fights can't be the 4 gremlins. So you can't get the same fight twice in a row, except for in Act 3, where you can face Darklings twice in a row from 2 combats. once as the second easy pool fight, and then once as your first hard pool fight. So you can get double Darklings on double floors. You can get events that mimic a floor, in a way. So, for example, you could have the Dead Adventure event that makes you fight the sentries, followed by the actual sentries on the next floor from an elite node. You can use the wing boots to take the same kind of floor 2 times in a row. So, for example, you can use wing boots here to go from this rest site to this rest site. That would be two identical nodes in a row. And another thing that can more commonly happen, a question mark room right before a store can be a store. So I could randomly get a store here and then go to another store immediately afterwards. That would be 2 store nodes right in a row. However, you can't get a random shop after leaving a real store or after leaving a random shop. So you can't get a random question mark shop immediately after a store, but can get one immediately prior to. It's kind of weird how that works. Oh no. Well, it's not often that I find myself forced into this situation, but this is the context in which I have to admit that Infinite Blades is a good choice. Which is, we're on floor 1, we're offered no other damage options, and we're fighting the Slime Boss. Infinite Blades is actually pretty good against Slime Boss. So we need help against Slime Boss. This is help against Slime Boss. I'll be taking the help against Slime Boss. Nomer, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I guess you could say Oakheart Monster that under the right circumstances, this card is pretty knife. Heladelic, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. So yes, we're taking an Infinite Blades. Infinite Blades makes 1 Shiv per turn, starting the turn after you play it. That means 4 turns after you play Infinite Blades, you've created 3 Shivs and done 12 damage. The same as if you'd played 1 Blade Dance. Card is just really slow damage output, and more insultingly, you can't upgrade the insultingly low damage by upgrading this card. Unlike most other problematically low damage cards in Spire. What we need to do is find a source of vulnerable like Terror, or a source of bonus damage from Strength or something. J-Dacto, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Okay, we're not getting weakened, so let's strike this one, neutralize this one, full block here. And I'm actually going to play the Infinite Blades, because I've got Strike plus Shiv for a kill on the buffing one here. It's perfect. Easy. Alright, we got another potion immediately, and another damage power, Noxious Fumes. Which I like quite a bit more than I like Infinite Blades. Noxious Fumes is also very good against Slime Boss, and unlike Infinite Blades, can be upgraded to do more damage. Would Infinite Blades plus be better if it put a Shiv plus into your deck instead of being an 8? Yes, that would be substantially better. I don't know if it would be better enough. I've also considered making it 2 Shivs with the upgrade, which I think would be okay. But you'd run into hand clog problems if you had 2 or more of them. So I don't know if that's a good solution either. Just a really awkward card to improve. But a Shiv Plus would be a good start. Honestly, I think you could just make the base card Shiv Plus, and it would still be only decent. In fact, that might have been what... Back when they buffed Blade Dance to go from 2 to 3 Shivs, I think what they should have done is just buff Shiv to go from 4 to 6 damage. That way, every single Shiv card would have benefited. And they still wouldn't have had to change the text on any cards. I'm not taking either of these, right? No, no way. No way. Defense and card draw, these are things that are nicer when you have a little bit more energy to spend. You only get 3 energy per turn at the start of the game, and on High Ascension, you really have to be spending almost all of that doing damage most of the time. First, question mark, treasure chest. Happens 2% of the time, and I think we've had that happen almost twice in a row now. 2 runs. There's a bonus of a little bit of cash and a heckin' pen nib, making every 10th attack we play doubled in damage. That's pretty cool to start. Nice with the Infinite Blades, too. And we're going to get another relic from the second floor, this time for a health investment. Health that I think I can afford, because I have lots of it and a regen potion. Sure, what do you got? A boat thingy. 10 block on turn 2 in exchange for 18 health. I think that'll pay itself back probably before the end of the act, quite frankly. And now with 400 gold, we'll go to the store, which has some serious stuff in it. So, some pretty good cards here, notably After Image, hilarious with Infinite Blades. On Sale Piercing Wheel is pretty powerful, too. Hey there, Bailey. Dead Branch Infinite Blade, the most deck cloggingest. But if all of the cards in your base deck are bad, then how can clogging it with anything possibly be any worse? Dead Branch here is, as far as relics go, we've got 2 different rares here, both the Dead Branch and the Prayer Wheel. I would probably be more inclined towards the Dead Branch than the Prayer Wheel, as the Dead Branch is already immediately useful with this Infinite Blades. Dead Branch says whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. And that sure is good against Slime Boss, too. Very, very powerful relic to build around. Dead Branch runs tend to be very card spammy in a hilarious way. And Branch pairs very nicely with this On Sale Piercing Whale. I would definitely take them both if I were to do that. The other option is Prayer Wheel, more card rewards from regular enemies. A Prayer Wheel seen this early gives you a lot of leeway to build a very well-honed, well-upgraded, and allows you to see a lot of rare cards. You get a very good deck by the end of it. In neither case could I afford a card removal alongside, but I think that's okay. But the other option I think would be decent is maybe like After Image. Although I really don't think it's worth paying this much money for a card that we have to draw and play versus a relic that's automatically in play at the start of every combat. Let's make this a Dead Branch run. I think it fits very nicely, and I think it's going to be very strong with what we've already got. Let's do it. And from here, what do I want to do? Really just a question of, do I want to visit another shop this act? It would just be to remove a card, but removing a strike is actually a pretty good thing, so I'll do it. Also means I get to upgrade before I fight this elite. Do I make this an Infinite Blades plus? No, I'll do a Noxious Fumes plus. I'll do double damage powers. With these potions, we should be more than capable of fighting the elite. Actually, what we should do is fight this combat first and then this elite. That way I can use the regen potion against this combat, which is still an easy pool combat too. And that way if we find another potion, I can have something better. I can also get one more card to use against the elite. So definitely better to take combat then elite versus elite then combat. Especially in this case. So we'll drink that regen potion, try to get the health back where we can. We'll play the fumes. We don't want to kill the Jellerm too quickly to prevent ourselves from healing, but we do want to make sure we're winning the fight. And that we're not taking unnecessary damage. So we're taking one here. I think I'll just... No, I can't. Alright, fine. Let's take the one and then heal it back on this turn. Note that healing the regeneration applies before damage from poison. Works out nicely there. Second Piercing Wail is oddly tempting, but I think a little greedy going into what could be a Gremlin Knob fight. Maybe I'll take a Dagger Spray. It's a decent area damage card. Pretty decent with the Pen Nib. It'll be useful later against Slime Boss too. But it might be ultimately unnecessary. I think it would be a little foolish to skip here though. Okay, I'll take the Dagger Spray. It is the 3 sentries. That's going to be our easiest fight for sure. Especially with Dead Branch generating random cards. I did just whiff my Pen Nib. That was a bit of a foolish thing to do. But we'll Pen Nib this strike and still do pretty well in the fight. So, killing this one is pretty straightforward. Now the question is, do I play a power or block for 5? The answer is that I should play the fumes to get the damage going. Or we could play the Infinite Blades for also pretty decent damage, plus 1 additional card per turn. Actually, let's play this because of the Dead Branch. Get that Blades in play. And then we can hopefully avoid further incidents of us taking damage. Great die there. Good stuff. Get him, Dead Branch. Sure. Why not? The artifact on that one. Strike this one. Good. Pen Nib is here. Easy. Good job, Pen Nib. The redemption. Oh my goodness, we got a Kunai? This ends up being the best. I would take a second Infinite Blades at this point. I hate that. Kunai is excellent. If we play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 dexterity. That means we're further incentivized to attack spam, which makes this slice potentially worthwhile. Yeah, and a fairy in a bottle for a second chance at life. We actually have too much health for Slime Boss now. Yeah, almost an ironic slice. I think we can avoid taking this slice for now. We can look for slightly higher quality cards like a Blade Dance. There's a Tungsten Rod in the first chest. Okay. Lots of, well, 2 rare relics so far. Now, whenever we would lose health, lose 1 less health. That's not actually as useful as you might expect, but it is a solid little assistance. It's probably only going to save maybe 30 or 40 health over the whole run, is my guess. I might want to make this Infinite Blades upgraded. How strange. Crippling Cloud? Makes him weak for next turn. Could be relevant. Putting the fumes down helps me assure the kill, though. We've got a Neutralize coming up. We'll be fine. Yeah. Also, ow. Guess I could Swift Potion here, but there's no real need to. Like I said, we have more health than we need. Get him, Kunai. Deflect with Kunai? That's not bad. Don't think Choke is that good. Choke requires you to play a lot of cards alongside, or have some other interesting synergy with it. Choke is definitely one of the worst attacks that Silent has access to. Making anything resembling a quote-unquote choke deck is pretty far-fetched, but it's not impossible. Skewer can be quite nice with Pen-Nib. A really good way to answer Lagavulin or Gremlin Knob, actually. Although it does need an upgrade. Skewer's a card I haven't taken a whole lot. But I think it's quite fantastic here. And it can be played for 0 in the event that we want a Kunai proc, too. I actually quite like that. Okay, I'm going to give Skewer a chance here with Pen-Nib. What Choke should be better than it? It's a cool card, but not good. I agree. I'm not 100% sure what Choke would need. Maybe it should be a 1-cost card or something. But it just doesn't quite do what you want it to. Okay, I correctly see the Pen-Nib this time, but do I actually want to intentionally disregard it in order to set up Pen-Nib for this elite fight? Galaxy Brain. So yes, we can play Strike, and then Dagger Spray Plus does 24 damage. But is that actually wrong? Question mark? Strange. Got a Farina bottle. I'm just gonna do the easy out. Okay, we can add the deflect after all, or we can put in a Phantasmal Killer, doubling attack damage on the next turn. Phantasmal Killer notably upgrades to be free, which is rather interesting here. Phantasmal Killer Pen-Nib is quite powerful. Bit tangential now that we have a Fumes, though. That's right, that one's in Ogre. There are no additional updates planned for Slay the Spire. This game is functionally complete. But I think it's an excellent game exactly as it is. I think PK does want more card draw, but guess what? We have card draw. Secret card draw in Dead Branch. Heck it. Let's give it a try. Just want to put these powers in play. This opponent will sleep for up to 3 turns, so we have a little bit of time here. This is not it. As long as we don't get this draw order against Slime Boss. Oh yeah, I should have played 1 strike for the Pen-Nib, that's true. Thinking about using this 5th potion here. Trying to get Blades or Fumes in play here. Do it. Good, we got Blades at least. So that way I can go Strike, Strike, Shiv for a Kunai proc and Noxious Fumes next turn. Or I can go double Noxious Fumes. And still get a Kunai proc because of Neutralize. Easy game. Or Storm of Steel. Discard my hand and turn it into Shivs. Wake up! You stinky. After image now? You're late. Oh, I'm so close to Pen-Nib Phantasmal Killer Riddle with Holes. Only I'd gotten 1 more attack. Okay, we'll just pen nib the Skewer or the Dagger Spray next turn. It won't be pen nib Phantasmal Killer, you know? Oh, that's so close to a kill. 14 by 3 is 42. We get a... Not +8, it's only +4 from the Shiv afterwards. If only I'd played the strike on the first turn. No. No, it's fine. So we could have just played the Riddle with Holes instead of the After Image and the Poison Stab. And that would have been slightly more damage. Coincidentally, exactly enough to let me get the kill here, but I wasn't sure what I was going to draw. And I wanted to be able to mitigate damage. For example, with this hand, we're going to do it like this now. Strike, Shiv, defend, Skewer. And we actually take 0 damage. So with the line that I chose, we are able to win the fight with no additional damage taken. We're also able to upgrade our pen nib back to a pretty decent number here. Eight is fine. Okay. Oh man, and another incredible relic here. Pocket Watch says if we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, draw 3 extra cards at the start of the next turn. That's going to allow us to have one small turn here or there in order to draw a ton more cards. This is definitely a relics carrying you kind of run. We are very, very strong just off the back of all of these things. And bear in mind, we got 2 free relics from 2 question marks at the start of this run, and that has really helped. And I'm going to remove a card at this shop. I don't think I'm going to take another Piercing Wail. I lied. I'm taking another Piercing Wail. Some very good relics here. Dark Shackles is also a very nice card with Dead Branch. Wait. Oh no. No. Alright, I'll do it. Double Infinite Blades. I'll upgrade the PK too. What's more infinite than infinity? That's right. Nothing. A couple different ways to play that. I could have gotten a Kunai proc going strike, Skewer, but then I wouldn't be able to use the Pocket Watch. So I'm just going to go for a Pocket Watch draw here. To infinity, beyond. 1, 2. Pen nib Phantasmal Killer Dagger Spray, anybody? Anybody? 24 damage to all enemies twice. Bring it, slime minions. That's right, you got nothing. Piercing Wail, save me! Help! The little ones. Your throw deals 18 here. Just deal 12 and outright kill this. play Piercing Well. Well, I'm definitely playing Piercing Well. Let's see what Piercing Well generates off the Dead Branch. Oh, okay, well that helps. Got him. Got them. That'll take 2, I suppose. Begrudgingly. This Phantasmal Killer has been spectacular, too. GG. Oh, I'm really excited to see what this deck does in Act 2. Beautiful. All 3 of our rare options say exhaust on them. Could be winding up to some kind of crazy Chemical X deck if I take this Doppelganger. But I don't think that's probably it. I think our reasonable options are the Alchemize or the Adrenaline. The A-tier cards, as it were. Alchemize gives us a random potion, letting us replenish the potion resource constantly as we go through Act 2. Or Adrenaline is just gain 1 energy, draw 3 cards. 2 cards from our deck, 1 card randomly from Dead Branch. That's pretty spicy, too. Very, very easy add with the Dead Branch. Adrenaline, by the way, I think probably my personal nomination for my favorite card art in Slay the Spire. I just love the vivid blue background that Adrenaline has. Glad to hear it, Bungus to Bungus. Got a lot of hours played in Spire, and a lot of Spires slain. We like to have fun here. What's the beta art like for this one? That looks considerably more stressful. Hmm. 3 different energy options. I'm happy with any of these, truthfully. Energy is almost always good with the Dead Branch because you're able to generate plenty of cards with the branch, but rarely are you able to play them all. So we must choose our downside. Either add a curse when we open a non-boss chest, give up all money for the rest of the run, or give up the ability to see enemy intents. I would almost always take the Curse Key over the Ectoplasm here. Probably always Dome over Ectoplasm too. So I'd probably rate this one as the bottom one. Get hecked, oh Plasm, sir. And that's because the Curse Key is, generally speaking, at this point, 2, maybe 3 curses at worst. And if you were to have all of your money, you can just remove those curses. And maybe have a little bit left over. Whereas if you take the Ectoplasm, you get no ability to remove anything. That means we're stuck with all the strikes that we have, which I don't really like. Certain curses exhaust, although there's not many of them. Could work really well. We're actually immune to the worst of the curses because we have the Tungsten Rod too, so pain won't shut us down. And that actually means I might also be fine just having a curse or 2 in the deck that I don't remove, depending on what we get. I'll take this Curse Key, actually. Let's make this a curse deck. Plus, what if we get a Duvu doll? This could be really cool. Could be really cool. And I want to farm elites. That's where I'm at. So I'm thinking boop, bop, bippity blop. And we can just murder everything. We have lots of really good relics. One of the best ways to make a cool deck like this more powerful is just keep piling on the bonuses. That's right. Normality would be the only curse that would be really, really, really detrimental to this deck and its functionality. That's right. That's right. How do I feel about events? I would take bites. I don't really have a good reason to go to a shop this early. And I'm not fighting the Burning Elite, so we'll start with a couple early events in the act after our first couple of fights. Here I'm just going to full block and deploy, not playing a strike in order to gain the bonus draw of the Pocket Watch on the next turn. And here's the turn where we really start to get a little crazy, I think. Here we'll play more than 3 cards, for sure. It's going to be Piercing Wail. Piercing Wail. Oh yeah, here we go. I'd love to see it. Only problem is having enough room in hand to actually play the Blade Dance. Easier said than done, yeah? Dang it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think that's a pretty good preview of how most of these fights are going to go. Escape Plan Kunai. It's a no-nonsense, sometimes helpful for free, sometimes just minorly inconvenient. Does further our problems against Time Eater and the Awakened One. Sorry, not the Awakened One. Time Eater and, I guess, Heart. Not even that bad against Heart. We've got Tungsten Rod. Mostly bad against Time Eater. But no, not actually bad against Awakened One. I keep trying to think of a dad joke for Napalm Shimmer. Did you hear about... the psychic medium who started interpreting using munitions? She's become a napalm reader. That's what I came up with. Purple Fire Spirits. Can donate a card. Basically, a card removal. If we donate a rare card, we'll gain 10 max health. I do, in fact, make them up on the spot. How I do it, uncontrollably, usually. It's just how my brain works. Chalk it up to a pun-loving father and many, many hours of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Maybe it was better to do Strike, Skewer. 1 less damage. Don't think it matters much. Give me blades. No point in playing the Adrenaline. Let's just draw with Pocket Watch here. 24, huh? First of all, how dare you? Oh, that was a 3 out of 4 to actually work, too. Heck. I'll take the accuracy here. We do take a bit of a beating here, unfortunately. But we've got it under control. Getting ourselves a strength potion, and I think I might take this deflect. Don't ask me to choose between the 2 best ones, Pataco Cats. But I always had a soft spot for Colin. It's my favorite bird, and why is it the tern? The Arctic tern? Good stuff. Do we maybe want an acrobatics? Often enough, the hand is already full. I'm gonna grab this deflect. I'll take it. Just remove a artifact layer. And... Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. Boop a Spheric Guardian. On its toe. Play 3 cards. Draw a lot more next turn with double damage. And pen nib equals the super boop. This is what? Survivor, Deflect, and... Blades or Fume? It's gotta be Blades. And thankfully that was enough to let me get the kill. Good. What about this acrobatics, though? But more relevantly, what about either Cloak and Dagger or Calculated Gamble? The Acro is the card with the upgrade here, so it's why I called out to it immediately. But upon reflection, with a Dead Branch, Calculated Gamble might well be a better card, discarding our hand, drawing that many cards for 0 cost, and generating a new card with the Dead Branch. He says, hey Baylor, what's the difference between a relic that gets you energy for attacking and an alcoholic beverage made for chaste religious figures? One's a nunchaku, the other's a nun shaker. Oof. Oof. Do we ever upgrade the gamble with the Dead Branch? I think that's fairly unlikely, as it's kind of a downgrade, unless we're planning on playing it multiple times. We'd honestly just prefer to get more unupgraded copies of Calculated Gamble. So, with 2 full potions, I think we take an event now over a combat. Take 1 event here. Oh, it is bites. I only have 4 of them. But bites can be a nice little way to sustain ourselves. Bites deal a little bit more damage than strikes do, and also heal us for 2. Allowing us to chomp our way to full a lot of the time. The less max health reduces the power of the fairy in a bottle, and reduces the power of our durability against the heart, but is definitely going to improve our survivability through this series of combats. And I haven't had a good bites run in a while. I'm going to take them. And we're going to embark on our elite chomping journey. Beautiful. Definitely have to get rid of this stinky fat gremlin before he makes us frail. Looks like I'm going to be gaining a lot of dexterity here. Double outmaneuver, or outmaneuver 2 as well. Potent. Give me... Ooh, I can retain that block for next turn. Let's do that, instead of playing outmaneuver. 16 cards played that turn. Dagger Spray barely donks the Mad Gremlin at all. Do I need to employ my Strength Potion here for a little bit more oompage? I think we're okay. Oh, we're more than okay. Here. You have a Corpse Explosion. Definitely the wrong order. But that's okay. It's only -1 strength permanently. It's not really worth it. Let's just get the kunai here. We'll make him a little bit angrier. It's fine. Difficult to determine the correct order on any given turn. Would really appreciate if you were to summon more gremlins instead of attacking again next turn, but I'm not going to kill this Mad Gremlin yet. Do it this way. We have another Piercing Wail in case the Grim Leader tries to attack me again. And if he doesn't, then what we get is the Mad Gremlin exploding next turn to wipe out the new wave of gremlins coming in. Can also have poison, I suppose. $32 damage Shivs, by the way. How about a 48 damage choke? Even better. The Splosion. We get ourselves a Thread and Needle, up to 4 additional block per turn. Predator Plus is kind of interesting. Feels a bit unnecessary, though. We don't want 2 cost attacks. We want 1 cost attacks. None shall survive. Yes, another rare relic. I think our next upgrade will be this Adrenaline for +1 energy when I play it. But quite frankly, we have just about all that we need. Alright, this time it's the Book of Stabbing that we're up against. Do I use the Strength Potion here? Pretty powerful single target. Could take a while to chunk through it. Let's get some additional help here. Play 3 cards for Pocket Watch while dealing as much damage as possible. And then make a big turn of this one. Let's go. Spray bite. So, probably just play the gamble here. Wait a minute. How much damage? Thanks to Strength Potion, Pen Nib, and Phantasmal Killer. Riddle with Holes does 100 damage? Okay. Why not? Why not? As our dex goes up and up, more escape plans actually just reasonable here. Welcome. Get a curse. Could be a normality here. And if it is, we could go to this shop and remove it. Let's see what's inside this chest. Regret and a toxic egg? I'll take that toxic egg. And I'll have no regrets at all, actually. Gagula, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Gagula. I think I should get the poison going. I'm going to deliberately stop at 3 cards here, although I could play Defend and Bite both. I'm going to choose not to. Take a bit of damage here that we can get back with our bites. And make sure I'm drawing lots of cards here. Hey, good stuff. These are 14 apiece. Next turn, I don't really do a lot of damage, so we need to prevent this attack, first and foremost. Piercing Whale. Bite, bite. Yeah. And then just weaken this guy. Play this for the Pen Nib. Take a little bit here. Not too much, though. Nothing we can't get back. So we could actually just win right now, or I could try to draw some bites. Get some of this health back. Ice Cream lets us conserve energy from turn to turn. And this Cloak and Dagger says plus on it. 2 more Shivs with Kunai Dead Branch. Seems alright to me. And Dodge Roll plus not bad either with the Kunai. But I think this Cloak and Dagger is excellent. Relic for another curse? No, I can't deal with a Writhe right now. We don't have any of the requisite stuff. So this I will skip. I'm still planning on fighting this elite rather than going to the shop, so we're going to have this regret for quite a while. And that's okay with me. Hey there, OK Texas. I tend to think that bites are best when they allow you to heal yourself through a myriad of elite fights, especially in Act 2. We got offered them here, and it was 4 elites. Constant healing through 4 elites can be easily worth the loss of the max health. And I think they work pretty well with the kunai, too. Additionally, bites are better the more strikes you have left. And if you still have all 5 of your strikes, I would seriously consider the bites. Get him. Not a bad turn 1. Could just do 14 by 4. I think I'll play Fumes, Blades, Skewer for 14 by 2. Still draw 8 cards here. Stinky gremlins to kill. Penib flechettes. Easy. So satisfying. Oops, one of those was supposed to go here, actually. I'll just pummel the heck out of the Grim Leader and kill him. Easy. Let's get Penib back up to a better number 2. Smiling Mask makes for cheap curse removals at shops. Don't think I have enough discard for Reflex Plus to actually be any good. Setup Plus could make something on top of the deck free, but we only have 1-cost cards, so we're trading 2 card draws, essentially. Remember, for setup, you not only have to draw a setup, but then you have to... Since you're putting a card back on top of the draw pile, you must draw that card again. Setup is then, therefore, trading 2 card draws for some energy. Although, if you're actually benefiting from putting the card on top because the card is more important next turn, that's when setup can be really helpful. I'll skip it all. I'll just take the energy potion. I mean, yeah, we might be able to manufacture a little bit of energy from the setup here or there. It's actually kind of nice with escape plans, too, because you can put a skill on top and then guarantee that you get block off of them. So that part's kind of cool. But I think it's unnecessary. The whack would be good now. What about Ritual Dagger? 50 gold or take a knife. That knife gets permanently stronger when it kills a foe. Pretty spicy with Penib PK, but we're a little late into the act to make this thing all that reliable. I'll just take the money. Too many cards. That I agree with. 1. Here, we'll kill the Mystic first. Show off what that's like. 2, 3. So, if the Mystic is killed, the Centurion switches. Whenever he would have blocked, instead he do 7 by 3 attack. This is why we often advocate don't kill Mystic first, because a angry Centurion is very, very dangerous to you. But the Piercing Wail's here, let me just shut him down, so no prob. Should play the Cloak and Dagger. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And he's doing it again? Interesting. Huh. Fascinating little exception to the AI rule. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Enigma Engine. This would have been the results of rolling block 3 times in a row, which the Centurion is not allowed to do. But I guess the previous intents were kind of wiped from memory, or it doesn't count it like that, I guess, which is cool. Good to know, actually. Stay Angie, though. However, once the Mystic's dead, it's pretty easy to wear the Centurion down, since they'll never act in their own defense. Can I make this work? Yeah, I can. Leave our Pen Nib on 9 there. Ooh. I like our Prepared Plus. Prepared lets us discard this curse. Prepared lets us cycle through the deck a little bit more easily. Lets us reduce the number of cards in our hands so that we can play randomly generated Blade Dances. It's like an anti-hand clog card you can think of. Prepared is very bad when you have few cards in your hand and very good when you have lots. Expertise is an incredible card draw card if you can get down to few cards. This deck really can't because of how much cards we're generating off the Dead Branch. Currently an average of 1.8 per turn. Tactician could be okay, but only if I could reliably discard it. Take the Prepared first, and then we can take a Prepared Tactician that we see. I guess I'll finally upgrade the Skewer. Suppose I could have reasonably recalled here too. Greetings, chump. Goldigan the Champ fight, build up a lot of dexterity with the Kunai, and play random powers generated by Dead Branch. That's about it. Champ is a fight where he gets quite a bit stronger over time. But if we can do better than him at his own game, well then, we're going to be in business. Get him. Also got Ice Cream Pen Nib Skewer or Ice Cream Malaise. Both ways to absolutely donk this guy. Maybe Ice Cream Pen Nib Phantasmal Killer Skewer. Zero. These do double damage, but let's just bank some energy here. Double 1,000 cuts. Terror is very good here. There you are. Burp. Blah. Indeed, sir. More PK uptime by virtue of having more copies of Phantasmal Killer. That's a way to get there. Burst Plus could let us duplicate skills. Although the number of skills we want to actually burst are fairly small. Or Envenom, making us apply poison with our attacks. Not strictly speaking necessary. If you play 2 Phantasmal Killers, that's 2 turns of double damage. I'm going to take a second Phantasmal here. So they stack together in a lovely, lovely way. Both 0 cost here. We'll leave the colorless pot on the ground. And we'll be offered one of these 3 relics here. Busted Crown gives energy at the start of every turn, but we get less cards to choose from. With the Toxic Egg, that's definitely a bad thing. Slaver's Collar gives us energy during boss and elite fights. That would certainly be useful for making Dead Branch pop harder. Or we could take another curse with the Calling Bell to get 3 more relics. Honestly, don't think another curse is going to be a great idea. I like the collar just fine. Ever had a 6 base energy run? They're pretty rare, but I have had a couple. Definitely something I don't see a lot of in my Spire play. 6 energy runs. Hey everyone. Did you know that you can now support me directly on YouTube by getting a channel membership? For as low as $5 a month, you'll get access to perks like custom badges and emojis to use in comments and discounts on the merch store, all while helping support me and this channel to do what I love every day. Just click the join button below to get started. Now back to the video. Okay, have to go for that Burning Elite, which means we get to go to this store afterwards. We have to open this chest to get the... Uh-oh. Oh no, chat. Uh-oh. What if there's a normality in there, you know? Could happen. And we are fighting Time Eater first. So, be on notice for that. Could go to a bonus shop here for an extra removal. Or I could go for 2 elites early on. I think more relics is a really good idea here. So I'll plan on just going to this shop. I'm sure it will be fine. Whales. Oh, we got Corpse Explosion. That solves this fight so perfectly. Good. Alright, just explode the highest health one then. And skewer it. Or something. Oh wait, I forgot to fight though. My health. I love a Blur Plus here, allowing us to retain our block onto the next turn. Could also take a Dodge and Roll Plus. Both of these are ways to help ourselves against the Time Eater, especially. Second Fumes could be an interesting way to help too. Currently, this deck is very weak against the Time Eater, as we have difficulty blocking or dealing damage without playing a substantial... Oh wait, we have Ice Cream Skewer though. Never mind. That's how we beat Time Eater, is Ice Cream Skewer. Incredible. Brilliant. This is definitely not the time to take 2 normalities. Upgrade all cards, including the bites, but no longer be able to heal? No way. This deck is reliant upon healing thanks to bites, so we'll fight a boss for a rare relic, as both of the second 2 options here at Mind Bloom are hugely detrimental. Just absolutely, massively, horribly detrimental to us. And yes, we'll get another rare relic. Duvudal, I want to believe. I want to believe in Duvudal here. Yeah, that's almost a Duvudal, letting us lift at res sites to gain strength permanently. Yes. And an Outmaneuver Plus. Next turn, gain 3 energy. With Ice Cream, I'll take that. I'll take that. That really supports the skewer lines. Quite well, actually. Never too late to start lifting. Damn straight. Take another Prepared Plus. Very notably 0 cost. Draw and discard. 1, 2, 3. Ouch. Malaise is pretty hilarious in this fight. Gonna gamble though. Or block cards. Yes. More block cards. This deck is amazing. We basically want to remove things that aren't skewer, though, or part of the block engine and the energy generation. All this is to support, actually, the skewer quite a bit. Take an event here. Falling, lose a bite. Perfect. That's a card that's not a skewer. Be gone. Exactly what I wanted. And now, Giant Head. Oof. Different cards. Malaise for 19? Question mark? Card we play before is going to make it do more damage, but every cost, we can do less. So I'll do it this way. Boop. Exact lethal. If this hadn't been a quick slash, anyway. Reserved Insect will make the rest of these elites smaller and easier to kill. Do I take one more dodge and roll here? I think, yes, one more dodge and roll plus. And then we have enough block to actually wait for Skewer to come back. $527 gold for the red mask. Rat mask is good, but it's not that good. No thanks. How am I still here? The important question. No point in playing Phantasmal Killer. Nemesis will be intangible next turn. Let's just go Piercing Wail, Infinite Blades, die. Guess maybe I could go Cloak and Dagger Neutralize too, huh? Okay, just bank the energy. Get the additional card draw. Playing both Phantasmal Killers would have been effective, though, as that would have given me double damage on this turn. But would I have used it? That's the question. Yes. Oh my, Venom and 1,000 Cuts with his hand? Okay, hold on. Now we're talking. Get him. Die. Yes to Blur. Set up the Crippling Cloud. Play this for one more card. That was pretty good. Hit branch perfect card every time. You'd love to see it. Molten Egg. Now all attacks are also upgraded. But what about Terror Plus? Permanently making an opponent take more damage from physical attacks, scaling our Skewer even more. It's going to make Time Eaters so easy to kill. Amazing. Shiv Potion's pretty good too, actually. But I think I prefer the Fairy and the Energy Potion for the threats we're specifically weak against. Here's the big question, though. What curse do we get from this chest? It's a decay, not a normality, just a decay. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. That's fine. Curse of Monkey Island. Fair enough. And I guess I'll recall it this fire. So that we can lift at the next one. Just play 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Art of War? Now, if we don't play any attacks on our turn, we gain extra energy. And a Tactician Plus or another outmaneuver. Honestly, I guess I'll take 1 Tactician Plus. This is a card we can play without actually playing it. Gain 2 more energy, but we do have to be worried about our deck size at the moment. Could, instead of shop, we could go this way, lift. I got Smiling Mask? No. You're late, Omamori. Master of Strategy Plus is a lot of card draw. Frozen Eye is also rather interesting, actually. Frozen Eye lets me know exactly when the skewer is going to arrive, so I can plan around that properly. Yes, I think this Frozen Eye is actually huge here. That lets me know whether I want to activate the Pocket Watch or not on a given turn. We're also, of course, going to be removing Regret here. And with the Frozen Eye, I definitely want this Master Strategy Plus. Is there any power that I want on turn 1? No. No regrets. None whatsoever. Uh-oh. Maybe I did need the Omamori after all. Foolish, foolish. So, we know the top 4 cards are Skewer, Defend, Survival, PK, for example. So if I want to kill next turn, I can't play either the Adrenaline or the Master Strategy. Just do this. And immediately, there's payoff with the Frozen Eye. Just instantly. This deck is cool. Escape plan, now that I have Frozen Eye, just seems free. Wait, another Skewer. Actually, this seems more important. To have a second copy of this in our 38-card deck. We're gonna need 2 copies. Welcome. Take that, you ungodly spaghetti. So here, I can't meaningfully use this one, but the next one's gonna be great. So, for example, next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's just gonna have to be fine. Draw 2, discard 2, then I see Calc Gamble, Phantasmal Killer. Really doesn't matter, because I kill with Terror Skewer on the following turn. And yeah, Escape Plan draws the gamble anyway. Okay, so I don't actually need to play any further cards. I was worried you might do that, though. Which means I probably have to abort plan so that I can draw block cards. At least we have Neutralize here. Two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we do is dodge and roll. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Well, that's what the bites are for. Draw 4, so get everything except the Skewer. One order there, actually. Some damage. And win. Block and card draw. Yeah, more card draw. 40 card deck. It's gonna be great. Trust me. Just trust me. And we're gonna lift as we go into our first boss fight here, which is the Time Eater. Our plan: Pen Nib, Phantasmal Killer, Skewer. That's the plan. Hopefully it's a good plan. Flip, dodge and roll, dodge and roll. We really don't care about the... Oh, they're both on the bottom? Interesting. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of blocking to do. Alright, they're both on the bottom. How interesting. They're both +2. By 3. Got a piercing whale for that one too. So 2 by 3. This makes it 1 by 3. Then I can't meaningfully take any damage. Although I might want to make this 6 cards. 4. Good. Yeah, let's just play 6 cards this turn then. Shouldn't matter, right? The PK won't be lined up. It's fine. Aha, okay, that's even easier then. Good luck to you, sir. Burp. GG. And that's how this deck beats Time Eater. Pretty cool. Now for a completely different fight against completely different opponents. In this battle, I'm going to play completely differently. Where appropriate. So draw Skewer, that's fine. Go Fumes. Dodge and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Escape plan draws Tactician. I've got double Piercing Whale. Okay. Odd. I have no way to discard this either way. Put it all on play. All of it. Alright, we weren't able to avoid too much distraction here. We do have a very powerful Skewer for 22 times 8. It's not quite a KO on either of them, though. Perhaps if I'd saved a little bit more energy last turn, by not playing the... I should have done the math there. We could have calced that I needed to not play Envenom in order to get a kill here, but I don't think we're going to be missing the hit points much, to be honest with everybody. So, let's just go... Lucky strats here. Actually bank even more energy for now. Give me all of the card draw. And we'll find that we're pretty dang strong at this point. Double bolt time. Intriguing. Very intriguing. Taking my health back, please. Thank you. Discard this. Play everything. Get to retain that block. We get to do lots and lots of damage. It's good stuff. Fluffy Chicken 101. Did you hear about the bakery that doesn't tell anybody about their recipes? That information is on a need-to-know basis. And the crowd goes mild. Wait, double skewer next turn? For power. That'll kill Donu. So let's go ahead and bonk. Yeah. Oh, hold on. That's a really terrible draw order. For 2 turns from now. Guess I don't play much this turn then. Makes sense. That's better. Bye-bye. Hand was full. Oh, Wraith form. Okay, good to see you. And acrobatics. Everything worked out. Okay, how is our Dead Branch deck going to perform in Act 4? That's the question. 2 thump, 2 thump. A deep, pulsing red dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the Heart of the Spire, the source of all this strength on silence? Let's lift. 2 points of innate strength means all of our Shivs are doing 2 more damage. The Skewer's doing 2 more damage per hit. It's all beautiful. We get some glorious options here in this shop. Card remove on the other curse is a thing. There's also the bag of preparation for more draw on turn 1. Medical kit lets me play status cards to exhaust them, generating new cards immediately. Pretty good against Spear and Shield. Or just another calculated gamble, also very good. I particularly like Calc Gamble plus card remove. Can't buy a Relic plus card remove. Get rid of that stinky decay. But yeah, Medical Kit here is pretty tempting. And I can do Medkit Prepared, which is not bad. Can Medkit clear the curse? No, only status cards. Burns, wounds... Burns and wounds, mostly. Dazed, Void, and Slimed all get rid of it themselves anyway. But I'm not actually afraid of Elite's turns, too. I'm gonna go Decay. Remove Calc Gamble. Could also take Prepared. I think with 2 Calc Gambles, I don't need any further assistance, though. Alrighty, what did we get here? We got ourselves a Blur, Escape Plan into Calc Gamble, Outmaneuvers here, Piercing Well for next turn is here. Good, we got everything that we need to not take any damage from this fight. Okay, so we just want to set up Piercing Well next turn. Play this. Play this. Love that we got this outmaneuver. Discard these 2. here. This gets played. Gamble for 2. Play Outmaneuver Plus and Terror Plus. You know, just gamble for 1. Can't do that. Understood. Blocking for 31 currently. Incoming damage is 33, so currently I'll actually take 1 damage and draw +3 off the Centennial puzzle. That seems really helpful, actually. Yes, I'll take 1 damage. I could have turned around to prevent that 1 damage, as the total on turn 1, if you face the Spire Shield, is 1 lower than if you face the Spear. But taking 1 was actually quite favorable for me there. Nice. Okay, what am I drawing into? I can instantly draw this Adrenaline. Which then draws 1, 2, and then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. Let's just do that. We'll block just fine next turn. Good. Keep some energy, even better. Now I have Pen Nib. So I can actually just gamble to that Skewer. And we can kill someone. I can block for 28. That means I can kill the Spire Spear, though. Easy. Draw the Skewer, but I can't meaningfully bust through the damage here. Bust through the block. Okay. Could take a strength potion for the heart fight. I suppose I will take 1 last Cloak and Dagger here, as I do expect to do more than just Pen Nib 1 big Skewer. We have to do the damage cap multiple times to heart after all. And I quite like having a... Actually, that was a pretty good Sucker Punch. Maybe I'm supposed to take that Sucker Punch. I'll take the Strength Potion over the Energy Potion here also, to give us 4 points of strength in this heart fight. That's a lot of strength. Definitely play Terror on turn 1. Probably go Fumes on turn 1. Let's see, I could gain a point of Dexterity with Bite, Unload, Skewer, if I so wished. Looks like the important stuff is relatively far down, depending on whether we get multi-attack next turn or not. This could be either really good or really bad. So currently I'm drawing up to the Bite. Status cards might change this too. A lot of the important stuff is pretty far down, and honestly, if we don't gain Dexterity, none of this is going to matter. So I think it's either Blur and Pass, or it could be Blur, Defend, Phantasmal, Bite, Unload, Skewer. Just play everything here. Gain a point of Dexterity and do some damage. I guess the Phantasmal doesn't matter that much. So skip the Phantasmal. Play Blur, Defend, Unload, Bite, Skewer. Let's choose to do that. Also some decent damage here on turn 1. Multi-attack first, thank goodness. We shut that down with the Piercing Wail. Yikes, we drew 4 out of 5 statuses in the top 10 cards. And then the Void's way down here. We're always surviving next turn with a Fairy in a Bottle, but can we please do better than that? Probably starts with playing the Slimes, huh? Backflip. Or... The only thing that would even give me a chance of surviving is getting the Neutralize. I should have taken that Sucker Punch Plus. Seeing how much weak we had, but I was partially relying on Dead Branch for stuff. So let's do that. Let's rely on Dead Branch for stuff here. Let's say that Dead Branch has not delivered stuff. So we could play the Whale. At this point, though, if the Whale is not changing whether or not I'm dying next turn, I don't see a good reason to use... I guess it saves me the Plated Armor, technically. But otherwise, we could potentially save this Piercing Wail for later in this Heart Fight. And I'm actually only at 3 cards currently, so I can even do 1, 2, 3, draw this. Set up a half-decent turn next turn. I've got 2 Piercing Wails. There's one a bit further down in the deck. But I don't see a compelling reason to use this one. Also, I'm actually going to draw 10, right? That's right. Oh, but this is going to block me from... No. I shouldn't try to use the Pocket Watch. There's no reason. Saves me the... Centennial Puzzle, though. Maybe I do use it. Oh, but if I play the Whale, I lose both the Pocket Watch and the Centennial Puzzle. That can't be correct. We want to lose one, but not the other. Just then escape plan? Draw one more? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards next turn. 2 random cards from Dead Branch. Okay. This is going to be how I choose to do it. Because we're never blocking this 67, so the plan is just use Fairy in a Bottle here. Gain as much dexterity as possible, gain as much energy as possible this turn. But we never block it. Although we do get the Neutralize. Maybe there's a way. Don't worry about it. Just play. Another 45 right now. harsh draw next turn. Can't get the Tactician and the Repair together. For shame. I'm gonna bank the energy. And then this is fine. Yeah, I can do a lot of stuff next turn. Careful about how many times I choose to take the beat of death for Tungsten Rod here. One more times at least. Good. 7 dexterity is probably going to be enough here. My hope anyway. Oh, and then I can energy. Beautiful. All right, we have 8 dexterity now. It is a multi-hit burst. Artifact is going to prevent me from blocking this piercing whale, unless I can find any source of artifact generation. Or I just block for 60, which is very reasonable. Very reasonable indeed. Let's keep that void in my hand then. Neutralize, even better. Okay, so we actually did draw around to it. Oh, well, hello there. Well-laid plans. Perfect. Don't mind if I keep you. Might need that defend next turn to stay alive. Making cards. Just these 5. Don't need to survive any more multi-attacks. I'm gonna keep going here. Just have to survive next turn. No matter what. The best way to do that is to have even more dexterity here. Heal Hook, Bane, Finisher. Which obviously did nothing. but it felt like it was a lot, and then we keep this defend. Give me a block card, please. We block for 18, 16, 17. Is that enough? Remember, they're -2 each, so 15 plus 14 plus 16 is 45. I will take 1 damage after Tungsten Rod, as long as I don't play any Shiv cards. 1, 2, 3. Take 1, keep 1 card. It's going to be Skewer. And then I have 2 turns to finish this thing off. Maybe I should have actually played the skewer right then, because I could have survived. Shouldn't matter, though. GG. Spooky. Hey there, if you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.